Hey everyone. My cold is worsening, but I don't want it to stop me from delivering the messages. Um, so last night, when I was sleeping, I was under. Well, what's weird is I was beginning to get sleep paralysis, where it felt like my whole body was being stretched straight, and I felt an intense. It felt like what is it called when they put the anesthesia on you when you have surgery? So that's what it felt like. It felt like an intense anesthesia was going into my respiratory, and then I felt the weight. It felt like this heavy, intense pressure was pushing me down on the ground. I used to think sleep paralysis had an association with A, being tired, or B, um, I didn't think it had anything to do with like negative attacks or whatnot. But yesterday it felt like something deliberately was really trying to like do me over. So I'm having my second thoughts and opinions about sleep paralysis. I fought it. Usually I wiggle my eyes around in order to tell my mind, to wake up my body. So yeah, I was able to get out of it, but it was pretty freaking scary because it felt like something had knew how to get into my home and try to, I don't know. It was just really scary. I really did not want to surrender to it. I remember I cried. I still feel emotional over it. Um, but I did some cleansing after it happened, and I woke up with a worse cold. But I wanted to share a dream vision that I had about our president. And the thing I really want people to understand when you follow my channel, I don't want to project either side. I don't want to say I don't follow the narrative of the liberals, and I certainly am not conservative. I'm very independent, but there's going to be a part two to this video, and it's about the spirit of Christmas and the life of liberty. And I was just given the message to the title. Oh, and I forgot the title. But anyway, the vision I had about Donald Trump was there was something about, I don't know if it was the missiles in NATO or if it was something about um, his decisions on um, basically he's been following the orders of something divine and unaware of it, which is pretty fascinating because people forget that our divine creator, our father, our divine mother, Gaia, whatever you want to call it, works through our vessels. Our bodies are the host of these vessels. Our spirit is what fuels it. Our soul is the active ingredient of our vessel. So I try to tell people, keep your biases to yourself. Try not to judge the things that are narrating you to be angry and frustrated. But and he's a 33rd degree Mason, so they operate in opposition. So what you see as offensive is not really supposed to be offensive, and the things that are like, if you've seen anything that was positive, that means that there's an opposition there too. So you really haven't seen much positivity, because it's almost like saying if somebody were a bad guy doing the work of the light, they're not going to say, they're not going to admit it. That's just the ego of darkness. They want to do what they want to do. They have free roam and free range to do it. Uh, so back to the vision. He made a decision, and the decision put America in jeopardy, and this is why I was a little worried. It was about, I don't know if there was a missile crisis, or something went wrong, but basically we went from how we are today to the New World Order, like in a split second. It was almost as though it was the wrong, bad, poor choice of decision, and in consequence, we were apprehended by another nation, and the other nation basically took over. We were slaves to this other nation. We were dominated, and something's trying to block me from giving this message. But basically, the New World Order, I went through 3 weeks of this in my dream state. 3 long weeks. I was in prison. I was held captive. There was you didn't have free roam to like leave your home. We were all actually imprisoned, and it was almost as though a lot of surveillances and a lot of different check-ins and things like. Basically, the whole system had threw everyone under the bus. Uh, if there were heavy allegations against you over time and being collected by data, the New World Order basically convicted you. And for me, it wasn't good. It wasn't good at all. Like, I basically was put away, locked away. I basically had nothing but water and bread. Um, it was pretty scary experiencing that. Excuse me, my nose was running. But it was worse than martial law. Way worse than martial law. I've been through dream states that had martial law, and it was no comparison to the New World Order. But I wanted to just leave it at that, and everybody have a wonderful day. I have a part 2 coming up in just a few minutes, so I will see you all later, and please send me your positive energy and good thoughts. Just try to get better. All right, take care. Bye.